Okay, Bird is here somewhere. Hear it? There's no way Bird could get past this brick wall. Except through there.
There's Bird! Safe and sound.
I hope that's not what I think it is. It is what I think it is.
Steer Bird to us.
Oh, an elephant might step on it. When I get there, steer Bird left to those bars, and I'll grab her.
To go left, George had to push the joystick left.
The plane is going right. The joystick needs to go left. Oh, it is left.
Oh, I can't watch.
George, do something.
If off was on, up was down was up, and left was right, maybe right was left.
Oh, my.
George needed the plane to go up.
You did it, George. Follow that bird. Oh, I got it. George lands Bird, but this time, so we can catch it, he slides the throttle to slow. The throttle is already on slow. I give up.
Luckily, monkeys never ever quit. If off was on, up was down was up, left was right, and right was left, maybe fast was slow.
Any chance you can turn it off?
If off was on, maybe on was off.
Stellar work. Now to fix the remote. Oh, too late. The flock. Oh, I'll never be able to make the repairs in time.
The lost blackbirds won't be able to join their friends again.
But George knew the remote wasn't broken. It was just backwards. He could launch Bird if he did the opposite of what the book said. To start the engine, he hit off.
I'm back. What is my monkey doing with your bird?
To go fast, he slid the slider to slow. He pushed the joystick down to go up. He pushed the joystick right to turn left. And to turn on the autopilot and activate the computer, he hadn't tried that one before. But if the autopilot was like everything else, if you wanted to turn it on, you had to turn it off.
Thank goodness we found you. Some wires got crossed on the remote, and everything is backwards.
We're receiving transmission.
George, you're a genius.
Hey, any chance I can get you to help me land Bird when the flock heads south for winter?
Monkeys love things that fly. Especially if they're the ones who get to fly them.
But no matter how many times George looked at those dogs, he couldn't remember more than 3. There was obviously no way a monkey could remember them all.
Attention! Could I see the owners of the winners over here, please? Briskly. Briskly, briskly, briskly.
Maybe George didn't have to remember them all.
Why aren't you snapping pictures?
Because there are no dogs?
There are no dogs. There are no dogs. Huh. Well, the winning dogs are missing. All right, people, stay calm. Don't any of you panic, because that is what I do. Call the police! Lock the doors! Get the helicopters in here! Sample DNA! This is a red alert! Don't let it... Huh?
George, a dog pile, Hundley knew this meant trouble for someone. The whole place was filled with strange dogs. Very strange dogs. How many dogs did George have in here? George wanted to know how many dogs he had, too. He counted. But he stopped at 37. That sounded wrong. And he never counted that little one at all. He wanted to count every dog only once. So he stuck the 3 small ones in his room, where he knew he could see them. He led the big ones into the man with the yellow hat's room, where they couldn't run around so much. And the hairy ones went in the bathroom. George wanted this one in with the big dogs. But it was hairy enough to go with the Harrys. There were 3 big, 3 small, and 3 hairy dogs.
George, I'm home. Oh, Hundley, what are you doing here? My new spread! George, there are like 20 dogs in here.
George remembered all the dogs.
So, where did these 3 and 3 and 3, 9 dogs come from?
I'm just so happy they're all back and all safe.
Well, everyone's back where they belong. Hundley! Stop the car! Hundley's in there! Come back!
None of this stuff made for exhilarating monkey tub action. This disappointing bath was over. Some of the stuff was moving on its own. These were good tub toys. It went down with the water, so logically, if he added more water, it should all float back up.
Just a second, George. Water's backing up into the sink, and I don't know why. Oh, no. I'd better call the plumber.
George liked it when Mr. Auger, the plumber, came over. He had the best toolbox George had ever seen.
Where's your water main shut-off valve?
Downstairs. Take him, Hundley.
This main valve controls the water for the whole place. Now everyone's water is off until I turn it back on. It's like having a superpower.
Where'd that come from? Remember how to use the dishwasher? First, scrape the food off the...
George, being a good little monkey, did just as he promised. Water was backing up out of the dishwasher this time. Why? Mr. Auger must have missed a clog. It was a good thing George had watched him closely. Righty-tighty shuts off the water. He did everything Mr. Auger had done, but didn't find a clog. If the last clog moved to the kitchen, maybe this clog had moved downstairs. This was too big a job for one monkey. He'd better go get the man with the yellow hat from the store. Being a good plumber, George reopened the water main so everyone would have water. Being a monkey, he forgot he'd opened the taps in the apartment. Hundley was relieved. With George gone, nothing sloppy could happen. Pipes should always be properly tightened.
George, when you came to the store and wanted me to come home, did it have anything to do with the water pouring off of our balcony?
No!
Did you call the plumber yet?
Is something wrong? I was on the roof feeding the pigeons. Holy hinges! Hundley!
Oh, boy. Found your clog. You can't dump food in the dishwasher. And from now on, leave plumbing to the experts. That would be me.
His plumbing day's over. George enjoyed a nice hot bath with his new tub toy. Guaranteed never to slip down the drain. If one bouncing ball was fun, George could hardly imagine how much fun he'd have with that many.
Oh, welcome to the launch of the new Mega Bouncing Fun Ball.
George wondered how far a mega bouncing ball could mega bounce.
This is the first fun ball contest ever, anywhere.
And whoever comes closest to guessing the number of fun balls in this rocket gets to keep them all. And now your entries have to be in the guess box by 5 o'clock today.
Don't bother entering, 'cause I'm gonna win. Oh, really? I've got a surefire secret number figuring formula. You'll see. Sharky!
Now he had to find a container this size and shape. George remembered they had a hat box that was just the right shape. A box this shape and size should hold about the same number of balls as the fun ball machine. To make a good guess, George had to find bigger round things to count.
Hi, George. I'm heading to the thrift shop to donate these things so someone else can enjoy them. Ah, my old marble collection. Well, I've got cat's eyes, agates, some big Kong-sized ones, too.
These big marbles were the closest yet to fun ball size.
Oh, you want them? Well, be my guest, George.
Were you using marbles to figure out your guess for the contest?
That's a pretty good idea, George.
I estimated a fun ball to be almost as big as a golf ball. I need to fill this with golf balls to help me guess. Where do I get that many golf balls?
Oh, hi.
May we borrow these golf balls? We're trying to win a contest by 5 o'clock.
Sure, but you better hurry.
Thanks. If we win the contest, we'll split the prize, George. This cookie holder is about 1/3 the size of the fun ball machine's container. So how many balls would be in 3 containers? 120. That's our number.
Well, let's go. It's almost 5 o'clock.
After I win, I'm gonna throw a fun ball party. Maybe I'll even invite you two. I found Sharky.
have a winner. George and Betsy came the closest with 120 balls.
All right, George!
I don't get it. I divided red balls by green balls and multiplied by orange ones. What went wrong?
So, George and Betsy, how are you going to split the prize?
That was sure nice of you two to give everyone a fun ball.
Wow, this is even more fun than all the marbles I found in the street.
So, George, what are you going to do with the fun ball machine? You two can be my golf partners anytime.
Yeah, where's Howie's blue ribbon?
Howie wanted a ribbon more than anything, but somehow it never happened.
I've entered Howie a couple of times. He always starts out eager, don't you? But I guess he doesn't want the ribbon bad enough to train for it. Do you, Howie?
Looks like we walk Howie for 30 minutes and poke him with a stick. Poke him with a stick? Oh.
No wonder Howie didn't like training.
Yeah, Howie's following your apple.
There was a way to get a hog to move without a stick. It was called an apple.
Hey, it's working. Howie's exercising. Go, Howie, go!
Howie wanted to win that blue ribbon all right, but exercising made him really hot. And the mud was so cool.
Oh, good idea. Let's cool Howie off. It's too hot outside for Howie to exercise. Well, since he's already here, let's see if he'll exercise.
It was much cooler inside. Howie felt like he could run all day.
Keep it up, you guys. Oops.
If George couldn't bring Howie inside where it was cool, he'd have to bring the inside cool outside to Howie.
All right, George.
If George had a wheel, he could make his fan turn too. Where could he find a wheel? George's hog exerciser fan was powered by George.
Yippee! Woohoo!
And Howie could comfortably exercise for 30 minutes.
Now all he needs to do is practice walking for the judges.
Practiced walking for the judge. And got an apple. Exercised. Had a bath. Got brushed. Practiced walking for the judge. And got an apple.
number 88, Howie the Hog.
George, where are you going with that? Sorry, but you can't take that into the ring. It's against the rules.
Huh? But that's how we always practiced. How can Howie win without it?
Final call for Howie.
Howie was worried. His friends didn't seem to know what to do. But Howie knew. It was always the same. He exercised, got bathed, got brushed, and now he was supposed to walk for the judges. And then he'd get his apple. Besides having a hard time keeping cool and liking apples, pigs are really, really smart.
We have a winner!
Well, I'll be.
Woohoo! Howie did it!
George, squirrels bury nuts and seeds, not orange juice. Orange juice doesn't belong in the ground. Let me show you what belongs in the ground, okay? Now, when I was a boy, this tree wasn't here.
Hi, Bouncy Squirrel.
I used to watch Jumpy's great-grandfather bury his food. That winter, Jumpy's great-grandfather didn't eat that acorn. Then it started to grow and just kept growing. This tree came from an acorn just like this. Now do you understand?
George thought he understood. If an acorn could become a big tree, George wondered what a rubber band would grow into. Or a feather. George could grow the rest for him.
Blah, 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 bleedy, bleed, blue, blah, blah.
Thank you.
This would be the best speech ever.
You weren't just sitting there waiting for me the whole time. Oh.
When the man looked like that, it meant George was about to hear a long lecture.
So, you see, seeds, nuts, acorns grow. My socks, the radio, the can opener don't grow. Okay, now, we have to dig up all those things you buried. Okay, we have to dig up my speech first.
Unlike Jumpy Squirrel, George didn't know how to find what he wanted. Everything smelled like dirt.
Hey, you digging a swimming pool?
Oh, no, Bill. George was being a squirrel and buried my speech. We can't find it.
Well, I'll help. Wait, I know someone who can really help. She's a great digger. No speech here.
Oh, digging a pool there, are you?
George buried something and we're trying to find it.
Well, I've got a metal detector I use to find coins and such down by the lake. Maybe that'll help.
cool.
Well, my speech isn't exactly made of...
Well, no. Ahoy!
Maybe it's what you're looking for.
No, my speech isn't made of...
Ooh! Are they pirate keys?
That could be. Maybe to a treasure chest.
No, we're not gonna find my speech, and I can't rewrite it in time. I'll just have to skip the tribute.
George didn't have the talents of a squirrel, but he did have the talents of a monkey, which meant he could see really well.
You found it!
The speech!
Well, that's not made of metal.
So this is the air that inspired that wonderful speech. Are you planting something?
It's a long story. That's not a peanut. Looks like something you buried is growing. Maybe you are a little bit squirrel after all.
Bill found rare leaves. The man with the yellow hat sketched. But George didn't see anything he couldn't see at home.
I've got you.
Whoops.
Oh, no problem.
No problem? Well, how do we get back up?
Well, proper procedure is to call help.
Wait! Tie it to something first. Got it. Okay. Do you know the way back to the ranger station?
Well, no problem. I've got a map.
But we've got to get it to George.
I know how to make a perfect straight flying paper airplane. Here it comes.
Oh!
Oops.
These were all the places they'd passed. So if he went past those places in backwards order, they'd lead him to the ranger station. That was the same craggy tree. Picture 4, Turtle Peak.
Bill?
This is how you start a fire.
Bill, we don't need a fire!
Did you know many parts of a tree are edible?
At the next trail crossing, George had a problem. How could he find the beaver lodge if he couldn't see it? Could it be true? Beavers really did enter their homes underwater. Now what would he do?
This is bad, but I can think of 56 different ways it could be worse.
My hat! My hat!
57! Want me to list them all? 1. It could be raining.
Oh.
At the next trail crossing, George had to pick a direction. But all the trails looked alike. George had never been this excited to see his own garbage before.
Well, hi there. Can I help you? Oh, I gotcha. I'll go get my rescue gear.
Good work, George. My hat.
You know, George brought me right to you. He is quite a tracker.
Hiking was exciting. George couldn't understand why more people didn't do it.
Hey, George, it looks like a great day. You want to go to the park and have a picnic?
George loved picnics. But he didn't want to get caught in the rain again. And clouds meant rain.
But I thought that... Oh, okay, we can eat here.
But there were clouds. It should have been raining. Unless, maybe only dark clouds made rain. Little white clouds didn't. Early the next morning, the clouds overhead were white. So now he could have that picnic. The wind that blew the leaves must have moved the clouds, too. George definitely needed to study wind. The cricket's noise was fast again. It always had more to say when the weather was warm.
That's right. And the harder the wind blows, the faster the pinwheel turns. You are turning into a regular weather monkey. Say, tomorrow, would you like to visit the Einstein Pizza Weather Station? They have lots of cool stuff that helps predict weather.
This is it. The most modern weather equipment in the world.
How could they forecast weather here? They didn't have socks or pinwheels or crayons, not even a cricket.
Radar tells us where it's raining, and satellites show us Earth from space. So we know where all the clouds are.
Ooh.
Then this computer tells us what the weather will be.
Or it would. Except that's yesterday's picture. We can't find our satellite.
You lost your satellite?
Well, space is very big.
And now the mayor's coming by to see if he can play golf today. He hates getting caught in the rain.
So did monkeys.
Without satellite data, our computer can't forecast. It's just absolutely hopeless.
What? Where is he going so monkey fast?
I think he wants to predict the weather for you.
There were storm clouds in the horizon. But the wind was blowing them away. George checked his drawings. The sky was red last night. And now with the crickets' fast chirps, George knew it would be a warm day.
So, will it be okay to golf?
They say that some animals can predict the weather. Maybe George is one of them.
Professors,
Mr. Mayor,
what's the verdict?
we have it on the best authority that this afternoon will be perfect for golf.
Splendid! Isn't modern technology wonderful? Say, why don't you join me? One of the finest days I've ever seen. You were right. Thank you.
George was right.
George, perhaps tomorrow you could help us find our satellite.
George would have to think about that. The sky was telling him tomorrow might be a perfect day for a picnic.